Let's get inspired, let's get motivated, and most importantly, let's get to know your leaders. Are you ready? Yes. So we will start. With Mr. Sudhir Ranjan, the Registrar of AAFT University of Media and Arts and General Manager at both AAFT University and ASMS Noida. Our management graduate, Mr. Ranjan's career spans corporate relations, collaboration, student outreach, PR and brand communication. His proactive leadership has driven flagship initiatives elevating AAFT University's standing and leaving significant impact on the academic landscape. We welcome you, sir.
We welcome you all to the new exciting journey which is going to be started. It is started already yesterday, and there would be many surprise elements. You would have many new projects, new assignments. This journey will take you to a new height, I'm sure, and there are many more speakers. So I would just like to tell you that in 30 years we have achieved and we have covered the entire Bollywood, Hollywood and whatnot. Our students have created their own space in all the top, production houses, corporates, you will find everywhere. If you go to Mumbai or any production house or any news channel, and if you say AAFT, there would be 30-40% hands raised when you say AAFT. And this is serious business. So be prepared for the same. Thank you.
Next we have Mr. Ashish Garg, Director, School of Animation and School of Data Science. He is an educator focusing on creative learning and training for professional skill development. Mr. Ashish boasts of more than 25 years of work experience into the field of e-learning, learning management system, interactive multimedia graphics, animation, game design and development. We welcome you, sir.
Good morning, everyone. थोड़ा जोर से बोलो भाई. Good morning, everyone. आप फिल्म बिजनेस में हो, इतना स्लो यू कैन से एनर्जी नहीं होनी चाहिए एट एनी पॉइंट ऑफ टाइम, चाहे सुबह हो या शाम हो, हर वक्त. सो फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल इट्स माई ग्रेट प्लेजर टू वेलकम और इवन कॉन्ग्रेचुलेट ऑन बिहाफ ऑफ AAFT on this pivotal moment of your academic and professional journey into the vibrant world of fine arts, animation, VFX, game design and development, data science and digital marketing students also. कौन इसमें digital marketing और data science के student हैं? कोई बात नहीं, चिंता नहीं करें, सब बराबर है, कम ज़्यादा की कोई बात नहीं. Okay, so see why I am asking this, because it is you are entering into the, you can say, vibrant world of this kind of dynamic और you can say technology oriented world. So ये सारी चीज़ें कहीं ना कहीं आर्ट से ही शुरू होती हैं और धीरे धीरे इम्पैक्टफुल चीज़ें लर्निंग आती है. तो बिकॉज मैं बहुत सारे समय से ट्रेनिंग में जुड़ा रहा हूँ और ट्रेनिंग को बहुत अच्छे से और क्लोजली ऑब्जर्व किया है, क्योंकि आपका जो कोर्सेज हैं दीज ऑल आर स्किल ओरिएंटेड कोर्सेज और स्किल डेवलपमेंट कोर्सेज. तो सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट क्या है, आपको क्या ध्यान रखना है कि ये स्किल डेवलपमेंट कोर्सेज है, तो आपको अपनी स्किल पर ही काम करना है. तो आपको अपनी स्किल पर काम कैसे करना है, उसके लिए आपने अभी तक जो कुछ भी सीखा है तो सबसे पहले उसको अनलर्न करना है. ये बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि यू आर एंटरिंग इनटू अ डिफरेंट, यू कैन से डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ कोर्सेज, डिफरेंट टाइप ऑफ जॉनर यू आर ऑप्टेड फॉर. सो आपको सबसे पहले अनलर्न करना है, देन यू हैव टू लर्न एंड देन यू हैव टू अगेन रीलर्न अकॉर्डिंग टू द चेंजेस ऑफ द टाइम. टेक्नोलॉजी जैसे जैसे बदलती है, समय जैसे जैसे बदलता रहता है, चीज़ें बदलती जाएंगी और आपको तेज़ी से अपने आप को अपग्रेड करना पड़ेगा. अगर आप अपग्रेड नहीं करेंगे तो बहुत मुश्किल आएंगी, आपको अपने कैरियर में बहुत ज़्यादा स्ट्रगल करना पड़ सकता है. तो बिकॉज टेक्नोलॉजी जितनी तेज़ी से चेंज हो रही है, आपको अपने आप को धीरे धीरे अडॉप्ट भी करना पड़ेगा. सो बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. तो इस चीज़ के लिए मैं आपको 2 लाइनें हिंदी में सुना देता हूँ. काम करो ऐसा कि एक पहचान बन जाए, काम करो ऐसा कि एक पहचान बन जाए, हर कदम ऐसा चलो कि निशान बन जाए. यहाँ जिंदगी तो हर कोई काट लेता है, जिंदगी जियो इस कदर कि मिसाल बन जाए.
Next we have with us Ms. Tanushree Srivastava, Dean School of Fine Arts. Ms. Tanushree is a highly acclaimed photographer with over 17 years of experience, having worked with prominent clients like Target Inc. and Pearson Inc. She has received numerous national and international awards for her exceptional work, including recognition from Government of Uttar Pradesh for her contribution to women empowerment through photography. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Lubna, for that wonderful introduction. Good morning, very good morning to all of you. Where is the excitement? Yesterday, you all were so fresh. What happened today? You all got tired just in one day. Is it? Show me some energy. Come on, clap. Yeah, that sounds good. So, Ashish sir has already briefed you all what to do, what not to do. Myself, Tanushri, you got the beautiful introduction from Lubna. Right, okay. I just can welcome you and tell you that from here onwards, you are going to have a roller coaster ride. And that too, a beautiful one. How many of you love roller coaster? Oh, very few. Oh my God. Are you guys scared? No? So be ready for the adventure. This is going to be a beautiful roller coaster ride. Welcome you all. Thank you so much.
Now we move forward to a very important session. Like Neeraj sir said, he will come here and he will explain you about the academic operations. So I will not waste any time and I will hand over the mic to Neeraj sir to start our next session.
Thank you, Lubna. I think this was better. Thank you, Lubna. I'm back again with my big bright smile. Seema just said that have fun. Okay, so I just want to elaborate on that. The moment you will have fun, my fun, you know what fun? ये जो सांप वाला fun नहीं होता है, वो बिल्कुल activate हो जाएगा. The moment you are going to have too much of fun. क्योंकि इसका fun भी बाहर आ जाए. Okay. Well, so jokes apart, let me quickly get back to why we all are here. This is a very, very important thing for you all to understand, and not just understand, make a note of it. आशीष सर ने एक बहुत अच्छी बात कही थी आकर के कि नोटपैड आप यूज नहीं करते हो. आप चाहो तो पिक्चर्स भी ले सकते हैं, ये सारा कुछ आपको अदरवाइज भी मिल जाएगा, बट चाहो तो आप इसका डेफिनेटली एक नोट बना करके आप रख सकते हो दैट व्हाट एग्जैक्टली academic operations is going to do. Okay, so there's this beautiful quote which I normally like whenever I start my operations presentation, which talks about that what operation excellence is all about. You know, it is nothing but it's about doing things right, of course. It's about doing the right things right. थोड़ा confusing है, but 2-3 बार अगर आप पढ़ोगे तो you will understand. It's about a mindset. Yesterday, a couple of girls sitting right behind me were talking a lot about mindset. A culture, commitment to continually improving and innovating in pursuit of perfection. और जैसा कि एक बहुत इंटरेस्टिंग कोट भी है कि अगर आप परफेक्शन के पीछे जितना भागोगे, अगर परफेक्ट नहीं भी बन पाए तो एक्सीलेंस तो कहीं ना कहीं आप पालोगे. That is what operations is all about. Yesterday there has been a lot of talk on whether it was by Simarjeet or whether our president sir Dr. Sandeep Marwa, they all have been insisting on one thing जो मैं बताऊंगा आपको, and that is what I am handling. So there are 3 larger departments that I am taking care of. The first is you will hate this, but yeah, student attendance is something which is gonna be under the umbrella of operations. Second is control of examination. आप पास होंगे कि नहीं होंगे मेरे हाथ में, अब आप सोच लो. तीसरा, your fee management.
Thank you so much, sir, for a very informative session. I hope आप लोगों ने you all have noted about your attendance, examination criterias. Next, we have another very important session. We have a session conducted by Corporate Resource Cell. The session will be conducted by Ms. Sejal Billa, Manager Learning and Development, and Ms. Pinky Chaturvedi, Senior Management Placement. So they will be discussing about your corporate jobs, your careers, and what support you can get from here.
Alright, just to lighten up the mood and begin with whatever we are here for, I'd quickly want or actually request all of you to kindly stand up. Please rise for a quick oath. Sir ने इतना सब बताया. He's been telling us so much about the organization, how your courses shall be running for till the time that you're here. So let's just do a very quick oath. Oath करेंगे हम सब एक छोटा सा oath. Yes or yes? Because that's what I'm taking. There are no no's. Yes or yes, guys? All right. Hands on your hearts. Be absolutely truthful to yourself. All right. Repeat after me. और सब सच दिल से बोलेंगे. रोज कॉलेज आना है, बंक नहीं करना है, कैंटीन में टाइम वेस्ट नहीं करना है. Long live AAFT, guys. Thank you so much. Please be seated. All right. Now circling back to why are we here? Why am I here? And what is this session? I stand here in front of you to represent our corporate and career resource cell. Why are we here, guys? Why are we here? To attend the session, orientation, obviously. But then why are we here? Why is this the right place for you currently? क्यों choose किया हमने ये course? Can we have some mics floating in the audience, please? कोई reason होगा. There has to be some reason. Why are you here? We will not move forward till the time there are answers from the audience. ये जानना बहुत जरूरी है. आप क्यों हैं यहाँ पे? Yes, finally.
To make better opportunities to find jobs.
All right, straight to the point. Yes, please.
I want to learn more. I want to explore, and I want to choose digital marketing because jobs opportunities बहुत अच्छी है. ट्रेंड मतलब एक ट्रेंड पे भी है, तो मेरे को खुद को बहुत एक्सप्लोर करना है. और मतलब जैसे इंट्रोवर्ट पर्सनैलिटी है मेरी, तो मुझे खुद को और वो ग्रो करना है ताकि मैं और अच्छी जॉब कर सकूं.
That's right to the point. Can we please clap for her? Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
And this is where we come into the picture. We are here to assist you, obviously, along with your academic team. I am Sejal Billa, and I am a trainer with the CRC. Allow me to introduce my teammates.
Hi everyone, I am Pinky Chaturvedi from Corporate and Career Resource Cell. I am working here since 8 years in AAFT.
Thank you, guys. Now, this is how the agenda looks like for the next 30 minutes. We are quickly going to understand about AAFT as an organization, understand our mission and vision along with the AAFTs, your life cycle, the support that we offer as the placement team, edge at a glance. Now, these are terms that you'll understand once we start with the presentation, followed by a lot of career scopes and the recruiters that we have along with our alumni department.
Placement cell, and this will be ongoing process plus होता रहेगा. 46% hike in average salary and so on. But we give 5 interview opportunities to each and every student, and after this opportunity it is a criteria कि सबके हाथ में 2 या 3 ऑफर लेटर्स होते ही हैं, and you have to choose कि आपको कौन सी कंपनी ज्वाइन करनी है.
Good afternoon to everyone. We will now start with our session, The Future of Digital Storytelling. And for this, we have our esteemed guest, Ms. Radhika Balla, the Content Director of The World Magazine. Can we have a big round of applause for our guest?
So we are thrilled actually to have a visionary amongst us today. She is a skilled media professional who has taken the world, and she has reached realms across the globe. And I would want all the students to take the best learning from today. All right, so thank you, Ms. Balla, for joining with us today. So to start with, could you share your journey in the world of content creation and digital storytelling. You have a lot of experience in terms of as a media professional. So in that case, our students would be really looking forward to understand how should they begin. Actually, how did you begin, so that they have an understanding how should they begin.
Well, my introduction into digital media was entirely by chance. I was forced into it. I did not want to be a journalist. I wanted to be an art curator and historian. And I had sworn that I will never be a journalist. And then, as you know, never say never. So, once I got into media, I started working in a magazine, in a newspaper, and at that time, digital media was still coming up, right? Instagram, very few people were on. You were looked down upon slightly if, as a professional, you were on social media, okay? However, I had some very well-meaning people who said, this is the future, join it. I joined it. I had a media-friendly face. So when I was working at the India Today organization, I would be forced into creating a lot of videos for a platform that time that was coming up called Daily O. Now I used to make these videos and they used to do extremely well, and they would say make more. Finally, I took over the social media handle for Harper's Bazaar, and a lot of my articles would get put up on digital media. I had my own column. Now, the question that you have brought up is, how does one, do it right now? I'm sure all of you are on Instagram firstly. Please show me how many of you are up on Instagram.
You have a hand raise quickly?
Yes, that's a lot of people on Instagram. You're not on Instagram? You are not? Okay, you are. Sorry. I just wanted to be sure. Okay. And how many of you create content on Instagram? A few. By the time you graduate, my prediction is that nearly all of you will be either creating content for Instagram, or you will be sharing the content that you make already on Instagram, right? And I would encourage you to explore that medium in any which way, right? There is no, so a lot of people are afraid of putting up content because you may not get those many likes, you don't get those many shares, you don't know whether you're doing something that's embarrassing, or if you're very confident of your work, it's great. However, luckily you can turn your likes off. You can delete the trolls, right? Do not argue, by the way, with ever any troll. Please repeat after me. I will not argue with a troll. A troll's only job is to get after your life. वो अपने कंप्यूटर के पीछे टक 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 कर रहा है. You're getting angry and saying, how dare he say this to me? You're telling your mom, your dad, इसने मुझे ये कहा, I will fix him up. Don't even bother doing any of that. But do post as often as you can, because that is how you will learn what works for you. And that is how I have seen most people grow on Instagram.
I think you already have one of the learning for all of you to understand is, I would sum up it as a patience, that you don't take up trolls very seriously. Let those people do their job. You do yours, right? All right. So for our students who have just started their journey in these creative fields, okay, what advice would you give them to stay relevant in the fast-paced world of digital storytelling? So how should they keep up their relevancy? For example, we have students of animation, data science, digital marketing. So they are already an expert, I want to believe, in their own field. Yeah. And as soon as they take up, so how to keep that relevancy on screen?
I was reading a very interesting article yesterday about what is the attention span of human beings now. Can you guess what is the attention span of human beings? 5 seconds? 3 seconds? Well, yeah.
Yeah, students at the back, you can give it a louder.
10 seconds. Okay, we're pretty much in that zone of few seconds, right? It's being debated what the actual, number is. Some say it is 3, some say it is 9. But the thing is that when you want to be relevant on social media, you have to work with those 6 seconds or 3 seconds. Let's just say it is 8 seconds. You have to work with the 8 seconds of attention right? Which means that when you put up something on digital media, your 8 seconds have to capture it all. The most exciting things that you want to talk about need to be in the first 8 seconds.
Absolutely. So I'll just quickly wrap it up with one thing that we tell our students, that when you build your resume and when you share with your recruiters, the first 7 seconds grab the attention of the recruiters. So it's very similar to that. So 7 seconds to 8 seconds. Yes. Would
Can
you
I
like to add?
one more thing? So, you know, we're living in an age where your work is the brand, but you are also the brand, right? I'm going to throw some designer names at you. Just say yes or no if you have heard of them. Have you heard of Sabyasachi? Have you heard of Manish Malhotra? Have you heard of... I will not take that name. Have you heard of Rahul Mishra? Okay, you have. What is common between Sabyasachi and Manish Malhotra? Yes. Who said that? I was correct. Yes, they are celebrities, right? Now, I was going to take some more names, but you would not have heard of them. Extremely talented, beyond talented, but you haven't heard of them, right? So, that brings me to my next point, which is that you also need to build your own brand. Right now, you are in college, right? You probably are not invited to all the fashion parties or events or industry events in the industry or the field that you are in. But while you're in college, this is a great opportunity to build good, meaningful relationships, friendships with the people around you, because all of you will grow in your careers. 20 years from now, 30 years from now, you want to hold on to those. And those things help with your branding, they will help in publicizing your work. It's just like a ripple effect, basically. So brand yourself and be good to the people around you, and you will always succeed.
Wonderful. I think that's a great takeaway for today. So we hear a lot about the importance of good storytelling, as you were already talking about relevancy. So let's say a potential content as well. So from your experience, what are the key elements that make a content compelling, and what are the basic key elements that they should keep in mind while preparing content?
The most relevant thing you can do is to connect via emotion. Okay? Tell me your story. Where did you grow up? What is your earliest memory of content? Were you reading Archie comics when you were small? When you were reading Tinkle when you were small? What are you taking inspiration from? Were you looking at birds? Were you making graffiti in the bathrooms? You know, where are you getting your ideas from? Tell your story. Tell me who you are. Every person has told their stories in an honest manner and they have gotten ahead. So that is the best story you can tell. Tell me an honest story with an emotional connect. I am sold. Everybody will say, wow, this is an amazing brand. Or this is an amazing creator, right? And second thing is to be honest, authentic. Don't put on an act. You will not be able to keep up with it.
Be the real you.
The more real you are, the more your storyline will be consistent.
So what is AI and generative AI? Just so everyone is on the same page. AI or artificial intelligence is basically leveraging certain methodologies so that you can build intelligent systems which can reason, solve complex problems, and so on. Generative AI is a subset of artificial intelligence which uses models, techniques, which basically generate new content. When you type a question in ChatGPT, it is generating text, if you think about it. When you are typing in an instruction in a tool like Midjourney, it's generating an image based on your instruction, often known as a prompt. So generative AI is basically any kind of artificial intelligence where it's generating some kind of content. Could be text, images, audio, video, and so on. Now, what's the impact and importance of this? understanding AI and the subset which is generative AI is very critical so that you can harness the potential of this in your own life, in your own work, in your own use cases. Now, what is a Gen AI system? Most of our talk will not be super technical. The next couple of slides will be slightly technical. So a generative AI system basically takes in a bunch of data, like text. It learns some patterns from this data. It's called unstructured because it does not follow any kind of a structure like a row column format. It's just a bunch of text or images, audio, video. And the output is called as a generative AI output when text, images, audio, video are being generated. A system like ChatGPT. So what's happening behind the scenes? This is what happens behind the scenes, where there is a base model. Like if you open chatgpt.com, you will see there are different models available, like GPT 4o, 4o mini. Before this, there was 3.5. So those are the base models, which have been trained on a lot of data. Pretty much all the data from the internet has been dumped into the model so that it starts learning patterns. And then in the next step, they basically fine-tuned this model to adapt it to understand user intent. If you type in a question, it should be able to understand that, okay, the user is asking a question and generate an answer. If you type in a prompt to generate an image, it should understand that, okay, I need to generate an image for this description and then generate it. So that is what happens in that adaptation phase where the GPT model becomes ChatGPT. And that's what you have used in your day-to-day life to do different kind of tasks, be it generating images, answers, code, whatever, right? So there are a variety of models out there. There is generative language models where, as the name suggests, it focuses more on language data, text data. Often they are known as large language models. You might hear that, okay, Elon Musk has released a new LLM. In the news, you might hear, okay, this company like Google has released a new LLM. So that's basically a generative AI model which can understand text and also generate text. And then you have generative vision models. Have any of you here used tools like DALL-E, Midjourney? Okay, so those are generative vision models which can understand text and generate images, and some of them can even generate video now. I'll take a few examples also later on. So overall, the way we program these models or use these models is by using prompts. Prompts are nothing but instructions, typically typed as text, where we instruct these models that, hey, go and generate a recipe, or do some summarization of this document, or create a travel plan, generate some code, generate an image. And then accordingly, it understands the user intent and generates the content. So considering text-to-text models, it is called text-to-text because it takes in a text instruction, a bunch of text, and it generates text output. That's how you have used ChatGPT basically, where you can use it for translation, summarization, entity extraction, search, retrieval, question answering, and so on. One common example is translation. The advantage now is you don't need to use a translation tool anymore. You can go into a generative AI tool like ChatGPT or Google Gemini or Anthropic Claude, and you type in that, hey, translate this document in language A, B, C, D, E, it will do it simultaneously. You don't need to use a translation tool anymore. But this is also a generative AI system, text to text. And then you have text to image models. This is, by the way, image. So in text to image models, it takes in text data and generates images as output. And there's a lot you can do with text to image models also. It's not just image generation. You can say that, take this section of the image, remove it and add something else, or add some mountains beyond whatever is there in the image, right? In the surroundings of the image. So those are known as image editing, which includes in-painting, modifying the image, adding new elements, out-painting, painting beyond the image, right? Generating content beyond the existing image. So all of those are the real-world applications. This is an example of a text-to-image model. This is one of the latest models, probably much faster and often better than even Midjourney to an extent. It's called Flux. And you can go and use it also. It's completely free. They have paid versions also where you tell it to generate an image. So basically here my prompt was generate a image of a laptop where a Mario game is being played, right? And then it generated the image within less than 2 seconds actually. So now you have these tools at your disposal which can do a lot of stuff for you in really less time. And then you have the more advanced models which are still fairly new. A lot of work is still being done. They are not that mature, but you will see them maturing over time, which is text to video, where you type in a description of a scene and the AI generates an entire video clip for you or an animation for you accordingly. It can even generate 3D models, often used in assets in gaming, game development, programming, and so on. This is an example which was an older version. The newer version, you just type in the script. They can even use your own image, create a 3D virtual avatar, and it will start talking based on your script. Text-to-task models is basically AI agents. So AI agents is becoming very big because imagine earlier we used to, even now, we will search for some flights, we will go to the page, we will select the particular flight, we will then make the payment and all that. Now imagine if you tell an agent, you ask the agent what are the flights from A to B. It lists you all those potential flights and you just tell it, hey, book this flight. And it does that for you automatically instead of you clicking a bunch of times. So that's the capability of text-to-task models where it can perform a variety of tasks for you based on your instructions.
A big round of applause for our guest.
Once again, on behalf of AFT, I would like to thank you. And if we maybe a gift of appreciation from all of us.
Sure. Thank you so much.
So we come to the end of day 2. I hope you all had fun. You all had good learning today. Yes or no? Yes.